Today we're talking about PaleoScan, a cheap imaging device democratizing fossil research. More on that coming up, but first, Ooni has dropped the price on two of its most popular pizza ovens. The Fyra 12 is down to $250 from $350, and the high-end Karu 16 is $650 instead of $800. These are great deals that get close to record low prices. The Fyra 12 easily made our list of the best pizza ovens, and for good reason. This outdoor oven features a tried-and-true compact design, so it won't take up that much storage space when not in use. It's also just 22 pounds. It uses wood pellets instead of chunks, which makes tending the fire much easier. And whether you've got a new iPad or an older model, it's worth protecting it with one of the best iPad cases. Not only does a case add an extra layer of protection and durability to your device, but it can also act as a stand or double up as a keyboard, introducing added functionality to your iPad. While we all take extra care to ensure our devices don't get damaged, accidental drops and falls are bound to happen. And if you're still on the fence about whether to invest in an iPad, you might want to look into Apple's recent WWDC event and get excited about what's to come in iPad OS 18. To help you choose the best protective case, we've done our research and testing to ensure your money is well spent. No matter whether you're looking for an iPad case with a built-in keyboard or a simple and protective case, we're confident these cases will suit most needs. Check out our list of the best iPad cases for 2024 at Engadget.com. An innovative scanner created by an NYU computer scientist is allowing scientists to digitize previously isolated fossils in remote South American regions. Claudio Silva's PaleoScan provides a portable and affordable way to preserve and share collections of ancient impressions that may have otherwise been lost or smuggled. Brazil's Araripe Basin is lush with ancient fossils, some in unusually pristine condition. After a visit to the nearby Placido Cidade Nuvens Museum of Paleontology, MPPCN, where many of them are stored, Silva saw a labyrinth of floor-to-ceiling metal shelving units that were stacked high with piles of the most beautiful fossils he'd ever seen, from the Cretaceous period, as described by Smithsonian Magazine. The problem was the collection of insects, fish, turtles, and pterosaurs from a distant past hadn't been digitized, and, given the region's limited funding, staffing, and remote location, getting there requires a flight on a four-seater puddle jumper of a plane. There wasn't much hope for remedying that. Another problem the museum, and others like it, faced was illegal fossil trafficking. The Araripe Basin is a prime target for the ruthless exploitation of historical resources by smugglers and wealthier nations. Digitizing the fossils could help thwart that practice, both by providing virtual scans, which help offset the risk-benefit ratio for smugglers, and by creating a global dataset paleontologists could use to trace stolen artifacts to their source. Empowering resource-poor museums and institutions to scan their own fossils and provide virtual versions of those fossils to the rest of the world, I think, would really help the scientific community, but also the institutions themselves. Paleontologist Akinobu Watanabe with the New York Institute of Technology told Smithsonian Magazine. Silva, an expert in graphics visualization and geometry processing, saw an opportunity. He departed the MPPCN, promising to return in 2 years to help digitize their collection. Given the breadth of that task, it wouldn't have been surprising to hear some snicker or sarcastic jokes from staff after he took off on his flight back to the U.S. The solution Silva created is PaleoScan, a low-cost, high-throughput scanner that he packed into large wooden boxes on his journey back to MPPCN in the summer of 2023. Designed to fill in the gaps between hard-to-reach fossil collections and the global community of paleontologists, the device produces high-quality 3D fossil reconstructions through cheap and relatively portable scanning. Adaptable for different fossil sizes, PaleoScan uses a downward-facing camera on an automatic gantry. Its calibration board allows for batch scanning with simple correction for scale and offset camera positioning. The device costs less than commercial 3D fossil scanners, is more easily transportable than CT, computed tomography scanners, and is much easier to operate, even for the less technically inclined. PaleoScan's camera is mounted to a frame moving on 2 axes. It takes thousands of individual raw photos of a fossil under controlled light conditions, as described by Smithsonian Magazine. Meanwhile, the person operating it only needs to navigate a touchscreen, which in videos appears to be a repurposed mobile device. Once scanned, the photo batch is uploaded to the cloud for processing, where software stitches them together into highly detailed 3D models. The processed data can then be saved in a metadatabase and made available via an API for paleontologists around the world to study and share. Think something like a GitHub for fossil enthusiasts. The researchers say the resulting reconstructions are validated as highly accurate. Museum workers can receive tutorial videos with step-by-step instructions for operating the scanner. Over 200 unique fossils using over a terabyte of high-quality data have already been digitized at the MPPCN, and the response from the paleontology community has been receptive and enthusiastic. Researchers unrelated to the project were impressed with the scanner and hope to get their hands on versions of other remote regions in Mexico and Chile. Some have requested an upgraded model with true 3D capabilities rather than the current 2-axis version ideal for the Araripe Basin's mostly flat fossils, something Silva says is already in the works. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by Engadget contributor Will Shanklin and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and as always, we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.